I'm not even saying she's been doing it for months. She appeared on his radar within 4 months.
Now you make me sound like a creep.
No, not like you stalking her page and shit like that. Like, she appeared on your radar.
Yeah.
You were scrolling through her timeline. You was like, oh, this shit is fire.
I wasn't scrolling through your timeline.
Oh, yeah, shout out to Hip Hop Mike for the hookup because she introduced this. What up, everybody? This is Pigkaso Basement, episode 18. 18. Shout out to everybody that's continued to watch this podcast, even though, we probably should have been canceled way long time ago.
Well, we're not that bad, man. Like, we speak about real life stuff that they wish they could speak about. Difference is we do it on camera and we put it out live for people to hear it.
Facts. Shout out to, of course, the one and only Mr. G out of character.
What up, everybody? Happy motherfucking Father's Day.
Yes, we are shooting this Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there and all the moms, their dads, and all the single dads out there. It goes all around. It's not just like, oh, dads is hard, especially if you're a single parent or if you're a mom trying to play the dad role. Mm-hmm. It's real out here. Especially, I know a lot of family and friends that had to go through the struggle, and salute to y'all guys. As always, follow Richie Loves Yo-Yos, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, PayPal, Venmo, give me money, and the Snapchat, which is where, you can send me all your tits and ass ladies. Anyway. So,
yo, Pigkaso, how was your motherfucking week? Every time I come in here, my man he's been on a good streak. Like, I know everybody pays attention. You've been on a real good streak of, like, putting numbers up, putting good content up, meeting good people, and being good-spirited.
Yes.
Feel me?
Yeah.
So, how was your week again, my brother?
It actually started off with looking at a comment from one of our past episodes.
Really?
Yes, I actually snapped it on my phone because it was a dude, I guess,
You can send me the picture?
I can see the picture?
Yeah, just look for my computer on what is it called?
Shoot, what the hell is it called?
Nah, I'm high. I just smoke. I'm fucking high.
All right, I'm
airdrop it to my computer.
I'm gonna airdrop it right now. Okay, my MacBook comes. Okay, here comes yours. Oh, it says, no, this is your phone.
No, you can't do it to the MacBook?
No,
yeah, do it to my phone.
I just did.
All right.
You got it?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, not yet.
But yeah, it was a comment that I thought was pretty funny. It was by this guy on, I guess on YouTube. His name was Max Miliano.
Text me the screenshot.
Text you the screenshot?
Yeah, I want to bring it up on the computer.
Oh, God, you going to roast this motherfucker now?
Well, I mean, if he says, I want to know what he said, so...
I mean, it's not that it was bad.
I love my partner, though. My partner, the first thing he says and thinks about me is, you going to roast this motherfucker?
Just saying, man,
How you know I'm going to roast this motherfucker?
All right, so I just sent it right now. So pretty much when we started with just looking at, like, some YouTube comments and stuff, and somebody left, like, a specific comment that kind of... It didn't rub me bad, but it just had me thinking, so I guess it might have rubbed me bad. It's not that it was like you were saying fuck you and your podcast or fuck your piece of shit or anything like that. Mm-hmm. It was just something like, you got it? You pulled it up?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now.
So
iCloud Drive.
I mean, it's not that, but it's like I guess it's like the text of how he was saying it.
Comment, my friend.
Yes, so you're going to get your minute of fame on this very boring podcast. So if you watch this, I love you. As I told you, I love you all my heart. I appreciate all the love and all the hate that you give me, because all you're doing, thanks for the view.
There we go. There we go. Here, so y'all can read it too. I wonder if any of the 23 viewers who watched this episode did it without fast forwarding. Boring topic for another boring topic. And you like this comment. You're a good man. You're a good man.
I do. I love it.
You know what I have to say about all that, though? It's simple, like, for me. He found us. For him, for whoever you are, I'm not even going to say your name, but whoever you are, you found us. You stumbled across us, and whether you listened to one topic or fast forwarded to any of the other topics, you knew there was more topics there, so you probably heard them. Thank you for adding to the watch time. Now, that's for the nice way.
Yes.
The other way is, nigga, fuck you. Suck my dick. Everything starts off with 1 or 2 fucking views. Suck my dick. You're not the end-all, be-all. If you don't like the topics, all you have to do is press next, you dumbass honky motherfucker. And I don't even know if you're a honky, but I'm going to call you on anyway, because I don't mean it in a racist manner.
I know you're not black, because your name is Max.
You're just a dumbass, yo. Like, for real. When you think about it, anything that starts like this.
Yeah, it's like this is that was what, episode like 15? You think any podcast with like people with like no huge audience starts off with like, well, you think they start off already like getting tens of thousands of views on their fucking podcast?
Like, yo, when any of my podcasts that I have, everything wasn't clickbait. It's just I got lucky. I got lucky that somebody stumbled across a topic I was speaking about during that time. Please, my brother, when you become a YouTuber and you have some creativity or something to give to that world, then come talk to people that are creatives. In which time you would have much more respect for creatives. Have respect for creatives.
Exactly. It's like everything you see, like from the cameras that you're watching us on, to this sign, to this dog. It's like, it's not something we just thought of one day and just, hey, let's just set this all up. This took time and a lot of patience.
You know how much better we've gotten, bro?
Yeah.
Like, yo, we've gotten so good that when a camera goes down, a mic goes down, a mixer goes down, we've gotten so good, my brother, that we always immediately know how to fix the problem.
Exactly.
And that's the point. You know what I mean? The point of growth is fixing your problems to grow.
And this is a 2-man show. It's not like there's people behind the camera.
Nah, nigga, you don't see the 150 people that work for us?
Yep.
You don't see the 150 people in the background, Rich?
Probably. Hi. Hey, guys. How you doing? Yo, don't fuck up the camera. Make sure I'm in 1080p. Make sure the light's on him.
Oh, my God.
Like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what you expect? It's like, it's just us two. It's literally just us two. I get this dude all the way in Queens to drive all back over the Whitestone Bridge to come back here to the Bronx just so we can shoot the shit every Sunday morning.
People won't ever respect our process, because until you're part of a process, you don't know what it is to respect the process, man. Until you know what it is to make a song, until they know what it is to use that yo-yo the way you use it and have to record things a dozen times, until people know what it is to be in our situation when a camera goes down with something, until people know what it is to have to come in here and have conversations mutually. Until you know what this talent is, you can go ahead and type on YouTube your opinions all you want. You just did us a favor.
Yep. So thank you for the view. That's why I loved it. You know, helps my watch time a little, even if you watch for a second. That's a second of watch time for me. So it helps increase my hours. Increase my hours so I can get my monetization soon. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Facts.
On a brighter note, besides that.
Now that we've gotten the bullshit out,
that was the only bullshit shot.
I've been liking to start with this with you. How's your week been? Let's start at the top. What the fuck am I looking at now? I'm looking at... Yeah, forgot I got a computer to look at.
Oh, okay. That was actually...
This is where your week started, right? Yeah, because this is when I noticed you... Oh, shit. Hold up. He's very modest. You know, we don't speak about things like... But it's right there on the internet. Even though I don't be on the internet like that. My man got Public Enemy to share his yo-yo video.
Yes.
Yo...
It was freaking dope. Like, I was in my room and I found like this yo-yo in like my box upstairs.
I'm gonna play it.
And it's a hubstack yo-yo. Like, it's a specific yo-yo that you can hold the size of the yo-yo while it's still spinning. So it's like hubstack style. It's from Yo-Yo Factory. Shout out to them for the amazing yo-yo. That generation of yo-yo's probably been around since like 2007. That's a more modernized version of the old style way. It was made of like metal and it was lunky. I wish I didn't throw them out because they were probably worth like $500 or $600 if I kept them shits. But long story short, I decided to do a video in the backyard, as I mostly do. This is right in my backyard. And I chopped it up, did a real Instagram reel for it. And I tagged Public Enemy. That's their song. Like, I can't play it on here because, you know.
Well, I played it.
Oh, you played
it? I'm playing it.
Okay, so.
You know why? It'll probably work because of fair use. You're talking over it. You're talking over it, so it's different when you play music, and I'm not playing a video.
Yeah, because
it's fair use, and the podcast you'll be fine.
Okay.
When you upload it, I figured out a new thing. Like, not to get off topic too much, but just for you creators, and whenever you upload anything, and there is a copyright infringement, challenge it. Always challenge it, because when you challenge it, there is a chance that you'll get away with the 702 act of whatever where you can get away with fair use. And then YouTube puts that disclaimer in your video. Some people copy paste it, try to get away with it, but YouTube will do it. You know what I mean? Like,
Gotcha.
yeah, you can get away with things like that. You just have to be talking over it. You have to be like you're doing creative work over their work. So I
Yes.
think you can get away with it,
Yeah.
especially because they shared you.
Yeah, that's
that
fair
might be
use.
another argument you have.
Yeah, so I definitely took a snapshot of it before, it went away. So, but the reason for the Public Enemy, because I tagged Public Enemy and I told people to tag Public Enemy. And I think a few people did, but then they immediately noticed it after like probably a couple minutes after I like put that post up, and they commented and they shared it on their page. And I thought that was really, really, really dope because, Public Enemy, if you've been living in a bubble of hip hop for like the past 30 something years, legendary group with Chuck D and Flavor Flav and Fight the Power, classic, one of the goats, like probably one of the greatest like authoritative like political songs of all time, I would say. And
It was almost like our "Fuck the Police."
it was like a version of like Fuck the Police. That was Fuck the Police in the 80s. They would say that shit in like 1989, 1988, that song. So shout out to Public Enemy for the share, and that was pretty much how the week started getting a little bit awesome for me. That was just a start. That was like what I think I was on
Is
Tuesday.
this all in order? Should I go to the fundraiser?
Oh no, they're not in order. There was
They're
like
not in order because you don't post in order.
yes,
You tagged. I noticed you tagged Curtis Blow as well.
I did like a Curtis Blow video. He didn't share that, but it's still all love. I'm not saying like, oh fuck Curtis Blow because you didn't share me. I'm not putting myself on a high horse with this shit. But I did like a yo-yo chick like quarter with my tongue. And
Oh man, this nigga put the yo-yo in his fucking. He put the string on it, and it came back to him. Ah, man, you a monster, B.
yeah, that's a classic trick. I saw that trick probably like 13, 14 years ago. Somebody do that, and I just remember that day because that's me at Coalition Studios. How Coalition, that's the label, and I was in the studio and my producer was like mixing and mastering like a record for my next album, and I was like, let me do some tricks. So I just put the phone right there in the corner, and I just started yo-yoing while he was mixing mastering. Then that's what came about it. That was on the father. I think that was on I think that was actually on Tuesday. I forgot which day that was. Like whenever because I usually hold them for like a day and like to get all like the caption and everything right, and then I upload it the next day. So I forgot exactly which day I did, but I know it was somewhere last week. I did that one.
All right, I'm going to the baseball game.
That's a baseball. Baseball. I did baseball. Oh, that one.
I know you post that late too.
That one's
I
late.
remember when you went there.
Yep, that video is probably like over a month old because I actually banked it after I did a commercial for Jägermeister, and I went to a baseball game with a very pretty lady. Shout out to you, Yolita. How you doing?
Hey.
And I told her to film me when I was there because I was like, it was like two games going on at once. I don't know how like the baseball system is now, but now the games end at like the bottom of the seventh, and they have like two games in a day. So they have like
That's so weird. They do it to the 7th now.
to the bottom of the seventh. So I'm like, when the bottom of the seventh happened, I didn't know. So I'm still like sitting there like they were gonna do like the take me out to the
Ball.
they didn't even do that. They were like, as soon as bottom seven, I saw everybody leaving. I'm like, are they all going to get drinks? And then the leader was next to me like, oh no, the game's over. I'm like, all right, let's fucking go home. It was 9:30. I was like, shit, I can go to sleep early. I got work tomorrow.
Shit. Yo, like baseball games are cool, but I find baseball games to be a little bit like, and I don't mean this but baseball's a little bit boring unless you go to the game. And now I feel like the inflation is
boring
real.
like this podcast.
How much was that hot dog and that drink?
I think I got a chicken and fries bowl.
How much was that?
That shit was like
$27.
like at least 20, like 22, like 22 for that shit. And then we got beers. I bought everything. It was like 2 beers was like fucking like
$25,
like 11 each, and they're like the big fucking can ones. So I probably dropped like almost $60 alone just on food. Probably almost more than one ticket for that shit.
Wow. Talk to me about this. Talk to me about this Mickey Mouse glove you're wearing.
Oh, Mickey Mouse Club? Nah, that's Actually, shout out to the lady that made that shirt. Her name is Rocio, Rocio Marie. Rocio Marie. She's a creative out of the Bronx. And very, like, very
That song is
into the
dope, by the way.
LGBT. Very, very dope, like, individual. I met her. I actually got that shirt the day before at a flea market at the Bronx Brewery because they had a flea market event. And I thought that shirt was fire. And I seen her around and I was like, oh, I noticed her stuff. Like, I noticed her work. And I was like, I wanted to cop a shirt to support. And I was like, I'm gonna see if I can do something cool with this shirt. So the following day, I had that yo-yo right there. That's called Airwave from Yo-Yo Factory, and I wanted to do something
This
cool.
nigga's a beast. Hell yeah, beast. Look at this shit.
Yeah, it's that trick is pretty difficult to hit, like because the way you gotta like throw the yo-yo to make it spin sideways and then like ricochet back to you so it can land on your finger. That's why you see the glove on my hand is made of like nylon, so it's easier to spin on my finger because my hands, hands get
Wait,
a
wait,
little
you
bit.
giving out tricks, B. You giving out tricks. Yeah, yeah, look at this man. I just wanted to see it again. He had him spinning. Look, he wrapped the ring right back around it. Woo! Dope, bro.
So
Good
that was
shit.
oh, shout out to Travis Thompson and Kyle and Coda the Friend for that track that's playing on there. It's called
that's their
Parked Cars.
track?
Yeah, it's called Parked Cars. They just released that record with a video. And shout out to Coda as the bro. He's absolutely incredible. I know him since like he was like literally getting on the rise with all his fandom and becoming international.
Yo, that nigga shit driving a Celica. When's the last time you seen a Celica? Yo, when's the last time you seen a Toyota Celica, B? Yo, they coming out with the 2022 version, but shit, this nigga, yo, he should have brought it back. That used to be the V.
Shout out to everybody in that video. So
That's a dope song.
I to go a little off to the side. If you actually go to I Am Denise the Pig's page,
Uh-oh.
I went to
Uh-oh.
a radio interview
Uh-oh.
this week as well with this girl named DJ
Yo, son, you
Gatica.
know me. I know she's yours. You made her and shit, but you know me and Denise be talking on the low, right? You know she a hoe already.
Well, probably.
She be texting me, she hits me up.
But
You know what I
here-
mean?
but-
When you're unavailable, Denise be hitting me up.
But
Yeah.
here's the trick. That's her sister. That's her. This is this is a twin. So I don't want you to think like these are the same dolls.
All right, so what we got? All right.
So that's Tina. This is Nina right here.
So who went to the radio show?
Tina went.
Oh, the twin went?
Yeah, that's one. This is Nina. That's her twin at the radio show. So
Let me play this audio.
so that's DJ Gatica. Shout out to her. She's straight from like Long Island. Like very, very amazing, absolutely beautiful. Definitely, killing it with the boards, all the music and stuff.
Nah, she's dope. I told you I was on a
He has a crush on you, by the way.
No, stop it. Stop it.
He has a
You
crush
gotta
on
make
you.
people
Seen it on my
watch this.
page and shit.
You
Like,
gotta make people watch this. Look, you got me nervous. I'm pressing the wrong button. Nah, she's dope. I told you, she's like over the past 4 months, I've seen her like flood my my feed. I first saw her on Lord Aries and King Neptune's their podcast that they do on I think Rough Riders Radio. I first saw her there, or heard of her there, and then it channeled on. I was like, oh shit, she's doing mad work. She's always DJing.
Yep.
She's always around mad DJs.
Yep. She was just with
hosts a radio
GG.
show.
She was just with DJ enough yesterday.
I know she does her own little like sit down with people, talking with
Yep.
her.
Yeah, I did.
Shit's dope. Salute to people that grind, and you said it too. It was almost like she came out of nowhere.
Yep.
It was almost like she came out of nowhere with it.
So she has been grinding. So I'm not saying she's like some industry DJ plant. She's been obviously grinding because he said it's for 4 months. She's been doing it. Like that's why they
that's
caught
what I
her
know,
radar.
yeah.
I'm not even saying she's been doing it for months. She appeared on his radar within 4 months.
Now you make me sound like a creep.
No, not like
not-
you
you make
stalking
me-
her page and shit like that. Like she appeared on your radar. You know, you were scrolling through her timeline. You was like, oh, this shit is fire.
I wasn't scrolling through your timeline.
Oh yeah, shout out to Hip Hop Mike for the hookup because
Word,
she
yo.
introduced us both. So Hip Hop Mike, he's definitely one of the featured goats when
Isn't
it
that
comes
so
to.
dope, man? That you know, and I've said this since I met you, but I see it blossoming now. The more you keep being yourself, and you told me you was like, certain things you put in the back seat. Like one, you put not doing something in the back seat. You know what I mean? Like you put rapping a little bit in the back seat. You know, like you decided to be stand outish with your most extreme talent thus far that you understand for yourself as an individual, and it's blossoming like a motherfucker. B, like yo, the people you're meeting, the relationships you're meeting, you're you're getting served opportunity due to the fact that you've had these relationships with these people prior. You know, that's super dope. It's like you're earning the fruits of your labor. You're a good example of that. Where people like that dumbass nigga 26 years nigga, he don't know your numbers. If he just looked at your numbers, looked at your Instagram, look what you did, you would understand. He would understand. Everybody would understand that for things to come together is the I guess the hardest thing to do. You can make numbers here, you could be talented there, people can know you in this circuit, that circuit, but to bring it all together is the hardest thing in the world to do. And you're seemingly doing it, little by little.
Yep, it's all little. I consider them like I was talking to one of my friends who's in yo-yoing, and he was like noticing like the rise like on my profile and everywhere. Like, yo, people been talking to me about you because they see you like everywhere getting shared and all the tricks that you do. And I was like, look, I just consider them small wins. So he's like, no, you gotta take these as like big wins because you never know. Like, it's not easy because a lot of people would kill to have like all the shares and things that you have. So I was like, yeah, but it's like I don't take any of that for granted. But it's like I have a bigger picture for myself than what you're thinking I have. Like, okay, I got the share. Okay, that's a great win. It's a great look. But there's something bigger out there that I'm trying to reach for myself. And that's what it should always be. Like, even though it's like, it could be like, you could have like this great feature or this person sharing your profile. It's like, don't let it cloud like the overall goal of what you want. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, if I get a share from like Beyonce and her IG story, I'm going to mentally consider that as a small win. It's like, okay, just because like a big person shares you doesn't mean your life's going to change forever. Like, look, I'm still in my parents' basement doing what I have to do. Not to say that I'm not saying I'm broke, ladies, by the way. I live here. My parents live with me.
Yeah, but it's a I'll be honest. I said if I ever hit the lotto, I probably still go to work.
Yep.
Okay, it's a humbleness. You've humbled yourself. You appreciate the shit that you get. I always appreciate when people tell me thank you. I always appreciate when people try to give back or do something, and I appreciate people's time. When I get invited places, you suggested to put me in the group chat. That group chat of amazing people there, all talented creators. I appreciate things like that. But again, like you said, you know, when you have a bigger picture for yourself too, it humbles you. You're always humbled because as much as you're getting, you never feel like it's enough.
Yep.
You know, not in a bad way.
No.
But I never feel satisfied personally.
Look, I'll be honest. There's been a couple of group chats that I took myself out of because I felt they were like not going anywhere. Everybody was just talking about the same stuff and talking about, oh, we're gonna do this. Or sometimes group chats would just die. Nobody would put anything in there. So it's like, well, okay, nobody said nothing for 2 months. So why am I here? So I just take myself out. And then they'd be like, oh, babe, why'd you took yourself out the group? I'm like, there's nothing going on here. And even when I would like suggest things or like talk about stuff, there would be like no topics or no banter going back and forth. So why the fuck am I gonna be here? Like, go where you're wanted, not where nobody gives a shit about.
Yeah,
nothing.
like and don't be where you're needed.
Yes, go where you wanted. Don't go where you're.
Yeah, don't be where you're needed.
Don't be where you're needed.
Yeah, you can go where you're needed, like, yes. But don't
be where you're needed.
Don't be where you're needed. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're needed in a circumstance or situation, that shit better be dire. You know, I'm talking about like if that person's on their last limb, or you need a child is a need to be, but like people, circumstances, and situations aren't needs to be. It's not mandatory.
No, like you have your own life, you have your own thoughts, you have your own like way of living. Like you can't really sometimes you can go out your way for certain people depending on how close you are and like what type of relationship you have with them, but don't go out your way for like every single person. It's like I try to like live in my own little world, and everybody's just in it, and then fortunately for me it magnetized, like it just draws people to me.
That's a good one. That's a good analogy. I like that.
It's like as long as I just stay focused on what I have to do while still maintaining like my quote unquote, as ladies have told me in the past, my innocence. Like people just readily start.
He says innocence, then nigga eats asshole.
It's like for some reason, a little off topic here. Like some girls that I've dated literally still think that I'm a virgin because I'm so nice. Like I'd be like as proper as a gentleman, as on dates, but they'll assume like I've never like had sex or done anything sexual with a woman before.
Well, you know what it is that and it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. But there's certain things that eventually when it clicks, right?
Yeah.
So like presumably a woman will see you that way until she sees you the other way, and then it'll click for her. The if you wanted that to change, let's say, if you would prefer a woman not to look at you as if you were a virgin to things, then you would have to carry yourself that way. It's an energy. It's a certain energy where it's just like, see, but then you become a person like me where females would choose not to be around me because they think all I want to do is fuck. When
Those like vice versa.
no, they think all I want. No, they think when you gotta understand. Remember what Nikki said? You know, I'm 30 years old. She's 30 years old. She's like, I'm ready to settle down. I'm tired of this jumping around dick to dick and shit. I want to settle down. I want a nigga that knows what he wants. Most women in my age range, they want what they want. If they're lower than it, it's not that they don't want what they want, but they're willing to step outside that box because they're still young. They still got life to live. They still feel so vibrant to it. I think a woman in her 30s is just more straight to know what she wants. So if you're talking to 30-year-old women, my nigga, and she knows what she wants, you have to give the energy off that she recognizes that's something that she may want. But like I said, a guy like me, sometimes it gives
Like,
the wrong, like too much. And you know what? That's furthest from the truth. I think unless vagina looks good, it looks like roast beef. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one or the other. It's either looks good and tastes good and is good, or there isn't. Like, cause my man the Edgardo, the puzzler, my man the puzzler, shout out to you. He says, yo, nigga, pussy's pussy, I fuck it. And I know a lot of people that are like that. Pussy's pussy, I fuck it. I can't say the same. I just don't wanna, like, it gotta look like Heaven's Gate and shit for me to wanna go through it. You know what I'm saying?
God, like...
But that's why you get looked at like that, G. You get looked at that because you're so humble and nice. Women are used to men being dicks. Why you think we transform them into what they are now, kind of, sort of? They standoffish. They stand up for themselves. There's a lot of successful women out there now. You know, they've independent. They take advantage of us because we're willing to pay for OnlyFans and shit like that. You know, like, think about what we've transformed them in. We made them get big butts and big tits and we did that. We didn't want to take that woman that'll stay home and get fucking 250 pounds overweight and only cooks dinner and takes care of you and rubs your feet. No, we want the bad bitch. The bitch that you can't have. We made them into that. So can you really help it when they expect certain things from us? They expect to look at us as a certain way. I can't be too much of a fucking bitches think nigga only want pussy, and you can't be too much of a man that women think that you just don't know what you're doing. There's a medium we have to have in order to get, if we want them, women.
I agree.
But why you think sucker niggas win? Why you think niggas that tell women I love you get the pussy? Why? Because that's what that's what they wanted to hear.
They just at the door trying to figure out what the right words to open sesame.
Oh, bars.
They're like
bars.
Like carnival. Okay,
no, that's not
Accessible.
Movies, popcorn, dinner. No, that don't work. Baby, I love you.
I love you. They just figure out the right words to open the door.
And you even hear the horns, right? The horns are the dum da da.
I'll pay for your kids for vacation.
Yeah, since we on the topic, even though it's not on topic, I wanted to ask you about like Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion. I wanted to ask you because it was obvious that like what had happened and what didn't happen. Obviously, they were probably fucking around, and then something happened, and nigga probably shot him.
Oh, they
whatever
definitely fucked around.
But then I go into the baby fucking with Meg Thee Stallion. They've done videos, they've done music together, they have a relationship, and now the baby has a song with Tory Lanez called Scat.
It's fire.
It's fucking fire. How does this look though and feel to Meg? Do you think that like should she be mad? Is she mad? Would you be mad?
I mean, she unfollowed the baby because of that.
So she's mad. That's question one answered.
Mad.
Would you be mad?
No. Why would I be mad? It's like
should she be mad?
I mean, Why? Why should
I
she
mean,
exactly be mad?
because if like, all right, I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
That means so everyone that works with Tory Lanez is that she's associated with, she can't work with them anymore because they fuck with Tory.
I, I, I think there's levels and layers.
I mean, Tory Lane's been around since like what 2011. I remember hearing this motherfucker.
Tory's been killing for that
It's like
long.
Meg only been around in reality like a good. Like she's been around,
So
but
you
she didn't
think-
really get her buzz till like 2018.
So you think if business is involved, it's okay. If it's business, if the reason I have to mess with somebody is business, then you as my friend shouldn't take it personal. Is that's more or less what you're saying?
It's like I see it in a way like it depends on. We don't know exactly what the relationship between the baby and Meg was, how close
Nigga,
it was.
please, come on. I'm all right. I'm being Baby Joe Budden. Let's say they fucking. All right, I'm being Baby Joe. Let's say they fucking.
Well, fuck.
Let's say they were fucking.
It's a ball game if anyone's fucking.
But no, I'm just saying. That means they have relationships. That means they're both successful. Blah blah blah. I'm just saying. In that world, and you said she unfollowed him, so that means that there is an emotion there to unfollow him.
Yep.
Why would you unfollow him? That's my point. Would you be or should you be mad? Like,
no, I wouldn't be mad. I personally
It's
wouldn't
business,
be mad.
right?
It's business. Like I always want to see you eat. It just you don't have to be at my table for you to eat.
bars. Oh, yo, son. I hope a lot of people watch this. I'm gonna cut this bitch up. You don't have to be at my table.
To all 23 viewers of this
Oh
video.
my god, yo, please. That's another thing. Between the clips, between the people, if we want to add up all our views in a week, we got over 1,000 views with who sees what your shit, my shit, and the YouTube. So it's like, stop giving this fucking guy. And people have no clue how many people watch this, especially about topics like this, because this is one that rings my heart. I have made decisions personally where it's like, and I did it knowingly but unknowingly. I was asked not to do business with somebody. Now, it went in one ear and out the other. Bro, you can tell me a name, Rich. You can tell me Tom, Dick, Harry. Sometimes I don't remember. You gotta show me a face. You guys, don't mess with this person. And then you really have to. I guess if the reason was really that important to you, I would have listened to it. It wouldn't have went in one ear out the other. But if it's ego involved or just don't mess with them, I can't do that because of your ego. So I went ahead and tried, like, unknowingly, but knowingly, made appointments to do business with people. And even before the business begins, immediately I've gotten my head cut off by people that are close to me. Like, yo, I told you not to mess with this person. Told you not to do business with this person. Told you not, like, what you doing? Yo, we ain't friends no more. Shit. Wait, hold up. This is business. This is a business. Why should you, and before even cutting the head off of the dragon, you should actually speak to the dragon and find out what fire he got to spit about the situation. Because if my situation, and I'm not an opportunist in any way, but if somebody's coming to me with something that we can both benefit off of from doing work from it, let's fucking work, right, bro?
Exactly.
Let's work, right? We're both coming together with something. Let's work. I can't understand why, like you said, why can't other people eat if they're not at your table?
It's like
It's nasty culture.
it's like it almost seems like
selfish.
you're hating because they're eating. You don't want them to eat. You want them to starve. You don't want to see them like successful. You don't have to worry about their success or anything. Just don't give a fuck. Like focus on you. Do what you got to do. You shouldn't be worried about what other people are doing to try to get success. Like the same thing. I've been warned about people that not to fuck with, but unfortunately kept fucking with them, and then I ended up getting my ass bit. So I was like, and then I eventually stopped associating with those people, and I moved on from it, and it actually made me a better person. It actually gave me a lesson. It's like, because it wasn't even really specifically one person telling me about one. It'd be like many people telling me about one person, and I'll just be like, oh, they haven't fucked me over. And like, what the fuck you guys talking about? We always done everything right business wise. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to ignore these people. And then when the moments happen, and then I was like, I'm a fucking idiot. I should have listened to all these people.
That's why I told you though, that, like I never judge people based upon what stories were given to me about them. I always judge people and carry myself based upon exactly how they are in front of me. There is no other way to judge people upon, because if you go ahead and get mad at every person that made a mistake in every prior relationship that they had with people, you're never going to have relationships with a person, because every single person has made a mistake in a relationship with another person. This is the facts of life of being a human being. You can't deny it. So you can't judge people based upon the mistakes they made with other people. You could only carry yourself the way you carry yourself with them based upon the way they are with you. And that's my shit too. Like, if my world is this world and your world is that world, whenever a person comes into my world, that's the world they're dealing with me in. They're no longer dealing with you in your world. That's what you have with them in their world. And like you said, it's almost like a hate when you don't allow people around you to blossom and be happy about it for them. Genuinely be happy about it for them. Good shit. Not that you could do better, just not better than me. Not that shit. Some good shit. Yo, good shit.
Unfortunately, that's a New York mentality.
Bro, I got my friends. Shout out to my man C. I never forget my man C sending me a picture when he first bought his first pickup truck. Like, so happy. And then I'm like, yo, that's what's up. I'm happy for him. He's like, yo, I'm glad you're happy for me. I texted everybody else and niggas was telling me I shouldn't have did it. Our close friends. Why would you depreciate a man telling him he shouldn't do something after he already fucking did it? Be happy for him at that point.
Yeah, it's not like he called to say, hey, I just did the hardest fucking cocaine shit in my life.
Nigga said I bought a car.
He just bought a car. Something you actually need, especially in New York, to fucking get around.
Not even that. Fruits of the labor, man. Think about it. You fucking work hard. You pay your bill. You deserve to buy whatever the fuck you want to buy without any judgment on you.
That's, you know, it's funny. That's like my dad's mentality when he buys like a lot of stuff from like my mom. He'll buy like some like crazy shit. Say, why the fuck you buy this? I got the money, right? Buy what the fuck I want. Shit, I'm a grown ass man. I'm 62 years old. Fuck. I'm gonna live my life at this point.
At this point, shit. All right, let me go back into your week. You went to the Bronx Brewery.
Yes, I went there. I went there the day prior to that video with the offspring. That was the flea market there with Tina. As you can see, she's very terrible at selfies. So she only got her eyes up there, but yeah, it was.
She wants to show off her eyebrows. They're on fleek.
Yep. So it was really dope. Like, if you ever go to Bronx Brewery, I definitely recommend it. We did an episode before where we did like a review where I got fucked up off like half of a beer because their shit is really strong. That's like fuck Corona. Like this is beer because this is like brew. This ain't like a factory beer. This is a straight brewery, local. Usually local breweries are. Their alcohol content's way higher.
If you want to know what the beers taste like, go back to our previous episodes.
Yes. All right, Max, go back to our previous episode and watch that.
You can go in the list. It's in the picture.
Yes. I'll ping it probably at the top of this video. Anyway, okay. So, yeah, that was a really dope. The flea market, that's why I bought that cool shirt from Rocio Marie. Shout out to her. Boss Creative, you're amazing. What else is on there? I think that was it for like.
I think that was it for you.
For the Denise one. And then the final one that happened was the block party at Grandma's place. That was on my.
I forgot you backwards.
So, yeah, that's Grandma's place right there in Harlem. Yo, we blowing smoke while we G-Ride.
I'm gonna cut this music off. Jim Jones might try to kill me for playing his shit. Yeah. Jimmy, my bad.
Yep. So yeah, don't kill him, Jimmy. He's a good boy. So shout out to I made like a little clip of like everything that's Grandma Dawn there, and that's the goat of New York right there. Nico, you know, if you don't know Nico, what the hell you been doing? So I actually got asked about this event back on, I'll tell you this, May 19th. So literally a month prior to yesterday, I was asked, DM by Nico, to do this event. He said, hey, they're looking for a yo-yoer, and you were the first person I thought of. Would you want to do it? I'm like, hell yeah. Love this. And, you know, as the weeks went on, I was just like mentally preparing for it. I didn't know if I needed to do music. And they were like, no, you're just doing a walk around, which a walk around is you just walk around all places doing like your talent. So I didn't have no music. I just had my yo-yos, and I made yo-yos for the event. So I gave out like little grandma's place yo-yos. A lot of kids loved it. And I was there early. I was the first person to arrive. I got there
Nice.
at 10 o'clock in the morning.
You are punctual like that though.
Yes, and I was supposed to be there at like 11, but I got there at 10. I was sitting on the steps just on my phone, and then this lady, I was on my phone, and then the lady was walking down the street was like, "Hey, are those yo-yos?" And I'm like, first I thought I was gonna get robbed or something, because the way she approached me was like yo, like what's good, like what's your shoe size, like that type of scenario.
Yo.
Like is that yo-yos?
It's your size, nigga.
And she was like, "Oh, that's fine. Can I have two?" And I seriously thought in my head, just by the way her stance was, that she was gonna rob me. But I just like gave her like two yo-yos, and she was like, "Oh, dang," like talking all sweet shit randomly. So I was like, "Was he trying to flex for a yo-yo and then just talk sweet to me after?"
Yo, we gotta get you a. Well, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I feel like I got it. When's your birthday?
March 6th.
Oh, it passed. Yo, all right. I'm gonna get you something for maybe like a 50th episode anniversary gift. B. Like you need a Yo-Yo Masters boxer fucking. You know the boxer fucking thing that they wear when they come out. You know what boxers wear?
Yeah.
The robe. You need a Yo-Yo Masters robe. That's what I'm telling yo B, because I look for other people yo-yoing. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I can't really find a lot of other people with your pizzazz. you have a certain like. I told you, you move like a duck on the water. Yeah. Like, yeah, that's how you do when you maneuver, and it's appreciated because you even walk around giving yo-yos out to people.
Yep.
Like, you walk around giving yo-yos out to people, like you're giving something to people and you don't even recognize it because you're not giving them like food and water and money. You're giving them like the same thing a comedian gives them. You're giving them the same thing a entertainer, like you are an entertainer, bro. You've migrated into this. Damn, and like I said, it goes to show because you keep finding these opportunities.
Yep.
They're knocking on your fucking door, yo.
Yeah, I've been also during that whole time, like I did like a video and I got shared on New York Nico again for doing that trick I did a day prior, like with the off string like spinning on my finger. He shared it on his page.
Okay.
And I thought that was really, really dope, like, you know, to be shared on his page again. Like I got to chill with him, like we chilled pretty much almost the whole day, and you know, just chopped it up about like his future plans, and I congratulated him because that man Nico just won an award from Joe Biden for a volunteer service award.
Excuse me?
He won a volunteer service award from President Joe Biden, like with
Tales
a medal.
from the Crypt?
Huh?
Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, Tales
That's
from
what
the
I call him.
Crypt. Tales from the Crypt gave him an award for volunteer services.
That's dope.
Like that's like one of the, not the highest civilian honor, but it's like a very prestigious honor for like a civilian in America to achieve.
Just to receive an award from our president is a great honor. Like, what are you talking about?
That's like, what?
But you always give Nico praise because he obviously works. You know, he obviously works. He obviously he does things for people, and to even be part of this, you know what I mean? To get the phone call, like I said, you have to appreciate things like this.
Yeah, I tell him every time I meet him, like, yo, you pretty much completely changed my life this past month. Like, I never thought I would have like the opportunities just like you presented me just from me being shared on your page. And he's just like probably one of the most extremely humble persons you ever meet. Always like talks like, hey, like it's no worries, man. You're real talented, and the world needs to see it.
No, but for him to be unselfish like that, you feel me? Like if everybody was like that, where we just appreciated people for what they bring to the plate, you know what I mean? Like I appreciate you because you cook, or I appreciate you because you're a good conversation, or I appreciate you because of whatever. Like you just put people at a higher value. Everybody would be better with one another. There'd be a million New York fucking Nicos out here. You understand? Like
we could all be New York Nico if we just, you know,
appreciate
just
one
care and
another.
appreciate one another.
I am happy that everything is open though.
Yeah,
I'm happy that
now
everything's
with
open.
the restrictions are pretty much away.
You know,
like,
I'm happy all these things are occurring.
So we can have a good summer. It's officially summer, if you know. Also,
What do you mean?
first day of summer.
Today?
Well, no, tomorrow. I'm sorry.
Oh.
June 21st, first day of summer.
Ah. Yo, son, I'm going to say something. I shouldn't say it. All right, so I went to eat yesterday, right? I went to eat yesterday at Butcher Bar in Astoria, 30th Avenue and 37th Street.
Shout out to Butcher's Bar.
Shout out! I gave y'all a shout out. I'm also give a shout out to something I said I would not do. I said I would not do outdoor dining. I am not sitting in the middle of the street under a fucking canopy. All right, I sat under the middle of the street under a canopy.
And how was it?
Food was amazing, pricey, but was worth it. It's called Butcher Bar, so it's obviously their specialty is meat, ribs, fucking briskets,
like those
slow
those
roasted.
platters of meat, like a charcuterie of meats.
But I will say, I miss outside for this reason. Besides the food being great, the time was great, the drinks were great, awesome. Thank you for dinner. Besides that, I will say one thing. Oh my God, I miss watching women walk around outside. Like, even my girl was like, I was talking to her, having a conversation with her, and she goes, you know what the problem is, right? You like women too much. Because I told her, I said, I want to get paid for taking women out. What's good? I won't fuck them. They just pay me to go out with them. I'm going to get fit, get my six-pack, get crazy, and then women will just pay me to take them out. That's it, just to be with them. She's like, nah, that's the problem. You like women too much. And then while I'm sitting there eating, not eating, but before eating, I was just like, damn, I do like women too much. It's just something, and I know, don't me too me. I think it's fucking great that you women walk around half fucking naked. I have no qualms with it. Just know that not only are you walking outside half naked for you to feel good and you to show yourself off, like, the fact of the matter is, there's a whole bunch of fucking men everywhere, fucking going crazy, and you women are walking around showing yourselves off. It's just common sense that don't be mad at a compliment. You understand? Don't be mad. In the wild, you think a reindeer gets mad at another reindeer for frolicking or fucking staring at it? No. You came through that way. You're going to get the attention that you want or don't want. Like, I'm sorry, but it's just a fact. Be like, I hate people that are upset that, like, guys won't do, like, niggas would be big and built and be showing it off. I mean, yeah, sexy, right? Women would be sexy and they don't like that attention from dudes. They like, yo, chill, it's too much. And I know that's because most of y'all fucking cornball niggas fuck it up and become too much saying nasty shit to bitches.
But
why you can't just appreciate the woman for her beauty?
On the flip end, if I feel a woman will feel destroyed if they never get complimented. Picture a woman that never gets told that she's beautiful or she looks good, and she makes herself like makeup on, dresses on.
Bro, because the way women act, they act like they don't want us to tell them that. Like, they know it so much, they don't want us to tell it. We've been saying it for so long, and our actions of acting like dudes and dogs have been embedded in their brains for so long that it's almost like they don't want it from us. Yo, you gotta be funny. You gotta. I'm horrible at talking to women.
Me too. Me too.
Now, but my nigga, you got the balls to at least slide up in a DM. I can't even slide up in a DM because I know I'm full of shit. Like, yo, yeah, I'm potting today. And
it's like, for me, like, if I do slide in DM, this is genuinely, if I play like, hey, you look good, if you're free this day, like, I don't mind. I would love to take you out, man. It'll be just that. Just
and you get played, right? You get it, yes or no?
It's 50-50 sometimes.
Yo, see, I'm like never.
Like, I could probably do it. Like, there's a girl that I specifically think she's like gorgeous right now, but I just haven't had like that nerve to go like, hey, you free this weekend? Like,
just don't text her. You're gorgeous right now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch. I don't even think she watches this podcast, so thank God she don't. So
yeah, until I clip this shit up.
And she's actually absolutely gorgeous. Wait, let me see if I find a picture.
Oh, you want to send that to me too?
No, I don't want you to put that shit up.
Nah, but honestly, man, we live in we're coming into the. I'm gonna get bigger than that. We're coming to the epoch of the age of Aquarius, or we're in the age of Aquarius, if I'm not mistaken. Right. This is the age of creation and creators. Oh yeah, she's pretty. She's a pretty girl. Pictures and filters always fuck me up, but she's pretty. You know, we're coming into that age of creators and niceness, and I remember being on a live with a chick, and she had her whole titties out, bro.
Like whole.
Yo, my nigga, bro, she was laying in her bed, and she had her titties out, like, and she's talking for like 10 minutes, and I'm not really in the phone because I go on people's lives and I just put the phone down just to give them numbers. Just they my niggas, they my, I like genuinely watching people go on live and show their ass. So I go ahead and I watch people's lives, and when I'm watching her, that's the one comment I said. Are you shirtless? She went off. How dare you? What? I can't have my titties out? Like, what? There's a problem if I do it, and this is the problem.
That's an insecurity
That's the
right
first
there.
thing you... No.
That looks like insecurity.
No, it wasn't an insecurity. Because if she was insecure, she wouldn't have showed them. I think it was more... She was tired of the...
Was there a barrage of comments asking the same question?
No. The men didn't even really... Nobody questioned it but me, and that's why I guess she got mad. Because she's like... All these niggas in here, there's people in here. There's like 9 people on her live, and nobody noticed that my nipples are out. But that's the thing that you want to say to me about my nipples. She probably considered me misogynistic, which wasn't the case. I was asking a question because before that time, I was naive to understand. Women, men alike, were all allowed to do... There's no reason why Hollywood shows a titty and don't show a dick. You understand? Like, we should be able to be free in the real world. And that's what the example she showed me. You should be able to be free in the real world. This ain't a movie. In the real world, you should be able to do as you please. If a woman... You know it's not against the law no more to walk around braless in New York, right?
Yeah,
women can walk around braless. Topless. There's a reason for that, though. Like, they should be allowed to. We should be... The same way a guy can walk around, a woman should be able to walk around it without being subjected. Without feeling like they're being fucking... Like I said, women, you got to understand, it is all eyes on you. You guys outnumber us 2-1 for a reason. So it's more of a yard for us to look at. Because if it was niggas 2-1, there'd be more people killing each other. Because we be fucking going like this for y'all. You know what I mean? Like, imagine
doing those faces.
Yo, if there was 2 more men to every 1 woman, Rich, we'd be killing each other for vagina. It'd be a fact. There has to be women 2-1. That's why you women have to understand the beauty and everything y'all come with. Fat, small, skinny, tall. We love them all. This is what men do. We love y'all all. And it's Father's Day too, right?
Father's Day. That's why we're 2-1. Some dad's pull-out game was not strong enough to have more women.
I swear, my mom should have swallowed me. Now, do you have a fond story about you? We're 52 minutes in. So do you have a fond story about Pops before we leave for Father's Day?
Okay, so for closing, I'll tell you a funny story.
Yeah.
I was at a batting cage when we were young, and I remember he always like put the ball in, just like fly, and I would have to hit it.
Go.
So this specific day, like he puts the ball in, and I hit it, and then it ricochets off the ball and it hits us right in the nuts. And it was like a perfect. He's like, all right. So I'm gonna put it in. He's like, you ready? I'm like, yeah. This is the whole motion. I'm like, it goes like. He's like, fuck! And he just falls right front first like this. And I'm like, Dad, oh shit! I'm like running to him. I'm like, Dad, you okay? He's like, get away from me! Get away!
Yeah, he was tight. He was gonna fuck you up like a nigga.
He's like, ugh! He's like, he had to sit down. There was like a little bench there. He's like,
That's hilarious.
We sat there for like 20 minutes, and he's like, all right, let's go.
He found his nut.
Yeah,
he found his nut.
Like, let's go.
I got my father, and my stepfather. Fondest memories I have. I don't have funny ones, but I do. But I probably. Oh yeah, with my stepfather, I was fishing. 3 times I've almost drowned with my stepfather.
Okay.
2 times in the same lake. 1 time in a pool. He saved me all 3 times. We was fishing. I turned around to watch a wedding, and then when I stepped back, there wasn't a ledge there. I fell right in the lake. And then I think the second time, a fish pulled me and I fell in the lake. But the third time was in a pool. I was in a floaty device, and the floaty device went to the deep side, and I didn't notice. And I went through the floaty device, and I started drowning. My stepfather said, all I saw was your arms like this. He jumped in with his beeper, his cell phone, his wallet, and everything, and saved my life. I was drowning.
Wow.
Yeah. And then my father, I know with my father, I think you're going to like me for this one. Hopefully the guy didn't die. Hopefully everything's good. Dad,
Okay.
I'll never forget being with my dad, right? And some guy was trying him on the highway. My father is a car guy. My father knows how to drive vehicles. He's a car monster. This guy's testing him, hitting on his bumper, doing all this crazy shit. The guy comes to the left of him, goes to cut my father off. My father almost gets hit. So my father goes, speeds up to him. He tries to fuck with the guy. All of a sudden, he must have looked at the guy's face, but the guy wasn't gonna stop. He went from the left, went all the way to the right to hit us. He went to take us out the game. My father pulled the e-brake and hits the brake at the same time. That car hits the wall. His whole right side of his car fucked up. My father puts it back in third, speeds off, and the guy thought we went to the right. He went to the right, we went to the left. Yeah. That's what I said. I hope you didn't die. I hope you're good, and I hope nobody's injured. But Pops, you a mean-ass driver for that shit, yo.
Trying to kill people on the road.
Nah, yo, you know what it is? Like, a lot of people don't got respect for people on the highway. You know, 1, 2 in the morning, people drinking, driving, or whatever the case. You have to learn how to defend yourself on the road, too, because it's either that or pull over and let that guy leave. But you can't let somebody bully you on the highway, because that'll happen more often than not, especially when you're out there. And when you're driving a vehicle, it's all about respecting the other driver. And that's what, through everything with Father's Day, one thing I'll say about my fathers, I say between two half of men, it makes me the one son of a bitch. Well, I love you guys. But the truth of the matter is, they showed me how to have respect. Because that's the one thing that they made me always have for them. No matter what type of men they are, no matter what they did, what they do, how they carry themselves, their actions, you always have to lead with respect in life with everything else.
Yes.
That's what my fathers gave me.
Yeah, I would say the same thing too from my dad. That was one thing. Like, he was always humble. Like, the way you see me now, he's probably 2 or 3 times more like humble and more modest with everything in the world around him. Like, he literally came from like a single mom. His dad died when he was 9.
Really?
Like, he actually found them, woke up like in the bed, like gone. Like, they say he died natural causes.
How old?
He was 59.
That's your grandpa, right?
Yep. Let's see, 1909. He died in 1968.
Wow, he didn't get to see the next 30. Wow, that's crazy. Your father didn't have a father.
Yep. So it was just my grandmother raising 7 kids.
7 kids?
Yep. And he was the second youngest. He was because he was born 59 and his sister was born 62.
Happy Father's Day to Grandma.
Yep. Happy Father's Day to Grandma. 98. Still kicking.
Happy Father's Day to all you moms, like Richard said in the beginning of the episode.
That's with that being said, like, from my dad, like, he definitely is a trooper to come from that and to be where he is today from all this, learning from the experience of like all of his older brothers and sisters were doing. Like, they were the ones that were the drugs and the kingpins and being in and out of jail.
Really?
And
Pop didn't fall into that?
No, he did everything he could not to fall into that, because he witnessed what will happen. Like, oh, if I got into drugs, or if I start selling drugs, or start like trying to be a stick-up kid, or trying to rob people, because his brothers already went through that fire. Like, when he was born, his oldest brother was 19.
Wow. So, and in 1969, you were already running the streets. Damn.
Yeah, so he was like in 59.
Where were they born? Bronx?
He has some brothers and sisters that were born in North Carolina, and then the other half was born in New York. So I have like that mix of like me and my Carolinian uncles and aunts, Carolinian uncles and aunts with that southern drawl when they talk like that. Hey, Richie, how you doing? And they live here now. They're all here in New York. But for a good chunk of their, like, the first like 20, 30 years of their life, they were in the South before my grandmother moved up here, like in the like late 50s. So I think that's pretty cool. And then, as I said, again, see where my dad come from, the way he is today, is definitely something to admire. So, but it's also explains like another thing. It's like everything that I do when it comes like, everything happens for a reason. Like, if you put good into the world, good things will happen to you. If you like spreading love and joy will definitely come back to you. It may not happen right away. It may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen next week, next month, or even next year, even a few years. But something will definitely come through. Just be positive. Like, always move in the right way that's positive. Try to be that beacon of hope. Be that change. Like Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world. And you never know what's going to happen. So with that being said, thank you all for watching this episode 18.
Facts.
Father's Day. So again,
happy fucking Father's Day.
Again, follow all the socials right here. Facebook, Instagram. You see it all right there, Richard.
And you know what? Your pops left me the greatest thing in the world, man.
Mm-hmm. Where he live?
We make Picassos.
Yes. So he made me. That's all you need to know. Even you can tell my dad's a great man because he made me.
Yes. We out of here. Have a good Sunday, y'all.
Enjoy your Sunday. See you next time.